Welcome to the walkthrough video on the union clause. The union clause is a clause that takes the results of two SQL queries and adds the results of them together. Consider the following SQL query. Write a query to list the item name and item color of items that are green and white. We can see that from the query, select star from the item table that we have one column called item color, and in this table we have a couple of those items that are green and white. And so the query to get only the green and white items are select item name and item color from item where item color includes green, comma, white. As you can see, we will get 3 rows returned with item name and item color. Let's take a look at a second query. Write a query to list the item name and item color of items that are sold and have the color khaki. To solve for this query, we will say select item name and item color from the item table where. Now, before we do the where, we have to realize that these items have to be sold. For these items to be sold, we need to specifically associate the item table with the line item table. Only if an item ID or an item number is present in the line item table has it been sold. And so we say join the line item table on item number is equal to line item number where item color is equal to khaki. When we run this query, we see 5 items and their item name and item color. The purpose of the union clause is to join or add the results of these two queries together. Notice that there isn't any one query that we could write that will give us both these results. Specifically because items that are green and white might not in fact have been sold. In fact, if you take a look at the line item table, that is in fact the case. And so to add the results of these two queries together, we have the union clause. To operationalize the union clause, we take these two queries. For instance, the first query, and after the results of the first query, we type in union and we add our second query. Now, obviously, we can type these queries out, but I'm just copying and pasting just to see, just to make it easier on myself. And then when you run this query, we see that the results of the first query, items that are green and white, have been added to the results of the second query, items of the khaki color that have in fact been sold. So we can see that the purpose of the union clause is to add the results of two queries together. Now, this is a very particular clause and in its application. In most cases, one can use the where clause to achieve similar results. In this particular example, these are non-overlapping sets, and so the union clause is especially useful. This concludes the walkthrough of the union clause. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.